Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the Everyday Golfer. Today we are testing these two golf balls with a mid-handicap golfer and seeing which one is the best value for money. Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some ball testing with a mid-handicap golfer. We've got the Kirkland golf ball today, which is from Costco, and so are Dave's new shoes.
50 quid.
Some more new shoes for Dave.
Because I don't get sponsored by Puma.
These are Puma. I don't, to be fair. It's Mr. James Robinson. Luckily we're the same size shoe. So, not the same size shirt though, we'll get that in early. So what we're going to do is not test Dave's shoes, we're testing these golf balls. So we want to see Kirkland's coming in a pound a ball or just over a pound a ball. We all know the Pro V1 is the probably most used golf ball, but is around about £50 a dozen. So a lot more expensive than the Kirkland. A three-piece urethane ball, also a three-piece urethane ball. So we're going to play a couple of holes here with Dave, see if you can see the difference.
Yeah.
We know Dave likes value for money, including his irons.
I do, Chris, but, you know, when you turn up on the first tee with a Kirkland ball and you're with a group that you don't know, you can see them almost turn their nose up as if to, Kirkland, can't be bothered affording a few Pro V1s. They do think that, Chris,
They think he's from Leeds, we can tell that.
Wakefield, if you don't mind.
Wakefield, I do apologise. So we are going to be giving these a go now. We're going to see the durability, see over 2 holes. Dave will hit obviously different shots. Hopefully they're all perfect, but if he does miss strike, some does scuff up a little bit more than the other one. And is it, more importantly, affecting Dave's score? Because that's what it all comes down to. If you can save a little bit of money, get some cheaper golf balls that perform just as well, that might be some money in your budget to maybe have a lesson on driving for Dave. As we see, he's got his 3-wood because we still can't find him a driver.
We can't find a driver.
So you might have some more money in your budget for something else in your golf bag or on golf lessons. So which one do you want to start with, Dave?
We'll throw Kirkland down first, mate.
Kirkland. Right, Kirkland in first, Dave has chosen. So 3-wood here, par 5 here at Waterfront. Dog leg to the right, so it's going to be a 3-shotter, but we'll start to see, is the flight different with a mid-iron, with a 3-wood? We should start to see the same kind of launch as it is, the same cover and the same makeup as a Pro V1. So he's been ripping it. I mean, it wasn't the highest of shot day, but it's certainly a runner.
It's a straight one, Chris.
We like that. Again, not my best throw I've ever done, Dave. Room for improvement on my throwing.
A bit like Arsenal this year.
Room for improvement, although we should be getting second now. Disappointing, but Man City look like the treble, don't they? So.
Yeah.
Right. Pro V1 up now. So like we know, with a mid-handicap golfer, even with a low handicap, we're going to be doing this with Frankie, who has just changed golf balls. It's all about how you return the club. Launch a little bit higher there, a little bit of a better swing up the left-hand side.
But happy with the swing, happy with the flight.
Happy with the flight, yeah. Happy with the flight. Felt the same off the club, Dave?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and we'll see distance-wise, both similar strikes. That did launch a little bit higher, so how far have they gone? Right, so walking up here now. 3-wood, it's not got Dave past the corner, but we didn't expect that, but it's in the fairway, which is the main thing. Other one is over there, which we'll find shortly in the semi-rough. This is the Kirkland. Good distance from the 3-wood to say it launched very low.
Yeah.
And that's a playable shot for Dave. Dave's been using the 3-wood a little bit more so he can get it going a little bit straighter than the driver, and the strikes are better. So what are you thinking here, Dave?
I'm either thinking before rescue or I might just hit my 3-wood again, Chris.
Right, yeah. Well, you've got a good lie, plenty of fairway, so you can go 3-wood here. Try and get down, leave yourself a mid to short iron. And when we talk golf balls, we are going to be comparing this to a 2-piece golf ball with a different cover, because we need to think about what kind of launch conditions you want to achieve. That's a fantastic shot in balance there from Dave. 2 great 3-woods with the Kirkland.
Bit of fade, Chris, what's that about?
I know, unheard of.
There's never been such times.
Not launching as high. Would a Strixon AD 333, for example, a 2-piece golf ball, would that launch a little bit higher? Would that be able to get Dave that little bit more carry? Would that benefit him? That's what we want to see. So we can see this morning, still a little bit of dew on the ground. We can see how far we've travelled forward to Dave's Pro V1. So it was a slightly better strike, Dave.
Yep.
But obviously there, it's still into the rough, was a little bit better, and that's why it's got probably 20 yards extra distance. So a better view down the hole. Dave's gone iron because he's assessed the lie. What Tacomo iron have we got?
We've gone a 5 Tacomo, Chris.
5 iron with the 101 Ts. So, Dave's still thoroughly enjoying his irons that he has invested in. Again, not the most expensive. So irons, again, that are affordable, a golf ball in the Kirkland that's affordable. We can make the game, obviously, as expensive as we want, but we want to make sure we get the right performance.
Not the best swing, but it's down middle, Chris.
Straight down the middle, a little bit clean, so it'll be interesting to see if that's scuffed up. That's the Pro V1, that's a premium ball, so will it have marked up or will it be okay? So 153, Dave, for the Pro V1. What club is that going to be?
Well, the pin's at the front, so I'd rather be a little bit long than short, Chris, so I'm going to go with a 6 iron.
6 iron, okay, so 6 iron under Dave's new fancy head covers. The man's spending up, new golf shoes, new head covers.
Don't tell Mrs. Harrison.
Yeah, I think Dave's got more shoes than Mrs. Harrison.
I have. She goes mad about them, if I'm honest.
Right, 6 iron. Pro V1, we know this is going to launch with a mid trajectory. So next week we will be testing out a couple other golf balls, so keep an eye out for those. More help in the pocket. That's a great fly, but pretty low as we would expect from a Pro V1, and that is a very good shot into the middle of the green, so Dave knows his clubs as that is on. A little bit closer here, and that's nothing. That was more the second shot, the lie that Dave had. It's not that the ball's gone any further.
Nah. Well, it was a 3-wood versus a 5 iron, wasn't it?
Yeah, and this is where we want to now see. It's a little bit of a better angle in. Have we clubbed down, Dave?
We have. We've gone for a 7, mate.
7 iron. So 7 iron straight at it here. This is where you need to think about your golf ball, because the golf ball is going to affect your launch conditions. So if you do hit it low like Dave, a golf ball could be the difference. So if you're hitting it well, but it's still coming out a little bit low and you're not getting the carry, just changing that cover could totally change how you hit that. So a little bit higher there with the 7 iron as we'd expect, just short right. So let's go and see how it reacts around the green. So we brought the Pro V1 back off the green. We're going to hit 2 chip shots from here and see again how they feel off the wedges, because for me, in a couple of weeks we're testing a golf ball that is a well, it's a special request from Tice. It's a secret golf ball that you can get online. It's for more spin around the greens, which is, for me, where we're going to start to save your scores. If we've got a golf ball that you are comfortable with around the greens, that's going to be more beneficial than a golf ball you're happy with off the tee. We need to be in your scoring zone, making sure we have control. It's not bad from Dave. Centre strike, how did it feel?
Felt all right.
Yeah? As soft as a Pro V1?
No.
No?
No, I don't think it was.
Okay. So not as soft, and this is interesting because it is obviously a urethane cover and a 3-piece ball. It doesn't always mean that the urethane is going to be the same, obviously, softness, and that's where the difference is in, you know, a pounder ball to 4-pounder ball. That could be what we're seeing.
See, that felt a lot softer.
A lot softer off the face.
Yeah.
And which do you prefer there, Dave? Do you prefer the softer?
Yeah, I do prefer the softer, Chris.
Yeah, so, but do you prefer the price?
No.
Could you get used to the Kirkland?
A pounder ball, I'll definitely get used to the Kirkland, Chris.
He is Mr. Kirkland, including his shoes. But, guys, we're going to jump into the studio now. We're going to hit some balls with a driver, show you the spin rate, show you the distance. Kirkland versus Pro V1 here in the studio. Dave's hitting away there, and the numbers have come in that the Kirkland ball, as we'd expect, is spinning a little bit more, so we're not seeing it go as far, which is interesting in what we saw on the golf course. Same strikes, similar hits, not quite getting the same action. We saw on the golf course, we also saw the Kirkland launch a little bit higher with the irons. Again, maybe jumping a little bit. The cover is potentially not as well developed as the Pro V1, but for the price, is that going to affect you? Again, 5 yards difference between the 2 balls with the driver, but interestingly enough, still scored the same.